Hey, welcome to another episode of Dave's Imaginations. And today, I eat a little crow. As last time we played HeroQuest, it's been a while since we played HeroQuest. Last time we played HeroQuest, I had Chris, Tim, and Ben over to play HeroQuest. We had a great time. Played the game, it's fantastic. It took us a normal amount of time. We had a good time. But when I got into post production, I found that the sound wasn't. No sound. Or face plant. Oh. So faceplant, as I didn't have any sound, and I don't have the heart have them come back and replay it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play myself. I'm going to play myself and try to remember some of the decisions they made. I don't know that I'm going to remember hardly any of them, but I do remember a couple key things that happened, and so I'm going to run through the game. So instead of the normal camera where I have the camera on the table, I think you guys don't care to see me. So I rigged up another camera that is up close, to the board. So you can see I have the normal overhead camera, but then over here in the right, I have a up close camera to the board, and I'll be positioning that as we go. But first, maybe we'll do just the iPad scene as we introduced HeroQuest, the Lost Wizard. Let's rerun this guy.
Wardoz, the king's personal wizard, has disappeared. His Majesty fears the wizard has been murdered or succumbed to the lures of dread magic. You must find out what happened to Wardoz. You are each to be paid 100 gold coins upon returning to the stairway.
All right, so we're going to put the stairway there. Okay. And we got our heroes. There's an elf. The dwarf is behind him. And, all right. Thusly, that's how it looks. There's the Deuce. The barbarian. He's rocking a shield, taking his defense up to. Why does it have 35? That's not right. Right? It shouldn't be 35. I don't know. Is it 5? I think it's 5, right? His normal defense is 2, and the armor gives him extra 1, so he should have 4 defend dice. So we can fix that right now. I don't know why that 4. I'm just going to cross that out. We're going to write 4 defend dice right there. And then we move on to Gouda, our hairy cheese dwarf that Chris normally plays. She has the helmet, the battle axe, and the talisman of lore. And so she has, helmet gives her an extra defend dice, giving her 4 defend dice. The battle axe gives her 4 combat dice, and the talisman of lore increases her mind points by 1. So her mind points should be here. We see that it would be 3. She's got a 4. Fantastic. Over to Hodon. Our elf, rocks a crossbow, which allows him 3 attack dice, but it has to be from afar. And then he uses his normal spells. So he's got 2 defend dice and 3 attack dice when he uses that crossbow, that is. And then we move over to Bob Grindridge, our wizard. Our wizard with his whopping 1 attack dice. He does have the staff, so he can attack diagonally. He only has, he has 2. Let's see, his defend dice is normally 2, but he has this cloak, which raises to 3, which he's written down right there. Fantastic. All right, so we've placed the revealed pieces on the table's game board. We hit OK. Find Wardoz, the king's personal wizard, has disappeared under mysterious circumstances. Discover what happened to him next. And after discovering what has happened to Wardoz, all heroes must return to the stairway to finish the quest. Okay.
Remember your task.
Remember the task, he says. So here we go, and we'll start off with the hero's turn with Deuce. The Deuce rolls his dice. Let's see what he gets. Ooh, a whopping 12. There was a door. There was a door I had not placed out yet. A door right here. Right here. And he will move up to that door. He will move up to that door. And yes, we'll open the door. Yes. So again, the barbarian moves up to the door, and yes, he will open to place revealed pieces on your table. Yes. Oh my goodness, we have a pair of skeletons. Pair of skeletons move here, and we have the fireplace. And places revealed pieces on your table game board. Here we go. And we can move this over a little bit to show you a close-up view of that table. Of course, that doesn't work so well when you have the fireplace in the way, so maybe we'll move it over here. And we replace the door with the open door. And do I have it in the right spot? I do not. It's here. So the barbarian will use the rest of his movement to come in around. He had 12, so he has plenty of movement left to get in behind those skeletons, and he's going to try to hit a skeleton with his longsword. With his 3 attack dice, he swings at the skeleton, and he hits him twice. So we touch the skeleton we want. We'll take out this one, and we hit it twice. Yes, done. Okay. So our barbarian moved up to the door, opened the door to discover a pair of skeletons. He moved in and around them and quickly took out one. This one right here took out the skeleton, and we moved the turn. We moved the turn to Gouda. Gouda rolls for her movement. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so she needs to stop there. She needs to stop there right here. As she will also take a swing. She will take a swing at the skeleton. The dwarf, rolls with 4 attack dice. And they will defend with the skeleton. The skeleton, what do the skeletons defend with? They have 2 defend dice, as they defend with 2 defend. They do defend 1, but it was hit 3 times, so it takes 2 damage. Boom, boom. Done. Yes. Okay.
The skeleton has been defeated.
Much better. All right, the skeleton has been defeated. As we look around the room, did I forget another door? Yes, I forgot a door. So we put in the door here, right here, thusly. And we move on to the elf. Elf's turn. Elf turn rolls the dice. See how far the elf will move. It's 8. How far can the elf get? Ooh. Elf gets up to the door. Knocks on the door and open the door. Yes, we will open the door. We will open the door as the elf is right there. And what does he see? He sees a hallway. He sees a hallway down here. We have it's blocked off there. And we have a door across the way right there. And we have an empty hallway. And that's the end of the... maybe the elf will check for traps. Okay. Elf, actions. Let's search for traps.
Elf searches the area for traps.
And doesn't find any. Okay. And now we pass the turn on to the magic user. Bob Grindridge, how far can you move? 7. So we'll move you 6, 7. We'll put you right behind the barbarian. And then we pass the turn back to the barbarian. Barbarian will roll to see how far he can go. 3, a 1, a 2, a 3. Not very far. All right. And we pass the turn on to... Oh, whoa, before we do that, we can still check for traps or something like that. Search for traps.
Barbarian searches the area for traps.
And we don't find... Oh, I forgot to move on screen here. So we'll do that again. Barbarian searches for traps.
Barbarian.
There are no traps there.
The area for traps.
Okay, we pass the turn on to the dwarf. Dwarf, how far will the dwarf move? And he's even worse. He's even worse. And we pass the turn on to the elf. Elf, how far would you like to move? Oh, there you go. Elf moves up to the door. Elf moves up to the door. And we'll open the door. Yes. Yes. And finds another door. Finds another door. Finds another door. And we have an open door here. Open door here. As we move on. Now he has some movement left. Oh, let's hit. Okay. Oh, there doesn't seem to be anything there. He had 11, so he will move on up to the next door. And open that door. And puts the door over here. And we open this door. And we update the position of the elf. We back off our cameras. And we've still only used 6. Hit OK. What else is in here? Oh, we've got a trio of skeletons. He's gonna back up 1. He's gonna back up 1 and shoot. Okay. And actions. He will shoot his crossbow at the one right in front of him. Oh, I should put them on the table, for crying out loud. Put them on the table. I need to have the skeleton. Need to find my skeletons. Oh, here we go. Here's our third skeleton. And so our skeletons are back. Our skeletons are like this, and this, and this, and this. He shoots he uses his crossbow to shoot at the skeleton and misses. And misses. No need to roll the dice there. So we pass the turn on to the magic user. Magic user, let's see how far the magic user can roll. This does not look good for the elf. It is now Zargon's turn.
Sargon's turn.
Alright, skeleton moves up and goes to attack the elf.
Defend yourself.
He hits him for 1. The elf has 2 defend dice. 2 defend dice. We're looking for a shield. He rolls a shield. Done. Alright. The other elves move up. Okay. Alright, they line up. And okay. Hero's turn. How far will... Come on, Barbarian. You need to roll better than 2. 6. Alright, that should be enough to get him up and engaged. 6. Alright, the Barbarian moves up. Oh, knocks down the doors as he goes. And takes a swing with his longsword, his 3 attack dice on this skeleton. Hits it 3 times. Skeleton has 2 defend dice. Is that right? 2 defend dice. 2 defend dice for the up. And it fails. This skeleton is killed. Alright, back we are. The Barbarian just took out a skeleton. And passes the turn to the dwarf. How far can the dwarf possibly move with those little legs of his? A 9. Does that get him there? Oh, this guy is done.
The skeleton has been defeated.
9. We are for the dwarf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can he get there? He can. And so the dwarf with his 4 attack dice, he'll take a swing. Move, update the board. He will take a swing at the skeleton just on the other side. And hits him twice. The skeleton defends with 2 attack dice and fails to block. So we take out another skeleton. Alright, fantastic. There's still one left. Still one left. How far? Oh, it's Elf's turn. Elf can't shoot. So while he's here, why doesn't he just... We move on to the Elf. Elf actions. Why don't you search for traps?
Elf searches the area for traps.
No traps. Move on to the magic user. Move on to the magic user. See how far the magic user can move. Magic user 9 moves 11. Wow. 11. Oh, well, we didn't kill off this skeleton. Okay.
The skeleton has been defeated.
And the magic user was there. So he moves 11. He'll move back in that corner. Actually, he'll take a different path and he'll go there. Which he should have plenty of movement to get there. And he moves into this corner, and he... What will the wizard do? I think the wizard is going to actually... He's going to stop. We're going to put him right here. Definitely had movement to get here. Alright. And he's going to poke him with his staff. With his staff that gives him 1 attack dice. Is it enough? Can he do it with his 1 attack dice? No, he does not. And now it is... the Zargon's turn.
Sargon's turn.
The skeleton moves up.
Defend yourself, dwarf.
Hits the dwarf for 1, but the dwarf has 4 defend dice. Let's see if he can defend. He does not. The dwarf takes 1 point of damage. The dwarf is down from 7 to 6. Alright. It was back to the top of the order. Done. And
Hero's turn.
Hero's turn. The barbarian's kind of stuck in the back. Actions. What will he do? He will search for secret doors.
Barbarian.
And he does not find
searches for
any.
Secret door.
Pass the turn on to the dwarf. The dwarf will take a swing with his battle axe. With his battle axe, he swings for 4 and misses with all 4. Yikes. And so what will he do? He will move out of the way. Let's see. As he just kind of goes right here. As he goes whoop whoop. All right. And we pass the turn to the elf. Elf says, oh, there you are. I'm going to hit you with my crossbow. Shoots his crossbow. Wapa. Hits him twice. And the skeleton tries to defend and fails. Takes 2. Yes. Okay.
The skeleton has died.
The elf has not moved. So he'll go ahead and roll his movement dice. Gets a 6. Can he make it to the door? He can. He makes it to the door. We'll open that door. Yes. And there's another door on the far side. And we'll put an open door. And we'll... Oh, the camera's still pretty good. All right. And so... I'll open door. Put an open door there. Open door. Are there any baddies? Let's see. Oh, we got those skeletons. This place is just chock full of skeletons today. 1 here, 1 there, right in front of the door. And we say, okay. All right. We pass the turn to the magic user. Okay. Pass to the magic user. What would the magic user do? The magic user has all sorts of spells. I don't know them as well. Let's see. Let's move first. We need to move the magic users to see how far you can move. 6. I think he's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And moves right through here, and he sees those 2 skeletons. I'm not afraid of no skeletons. And so the spell may cast on. He's looking at. Let's see here. Let's go ahead, and we're gonna do. Let's do Fire of Wrath. All right, Fire of Wrath. We'll put this guy right there. That spell right there, and we can actually do that right here on screen as we do cast spell. Cast spell, it's not a water spell, it's a fire spell. A fire spell, and we said it was going to be Fire of Wrath. Fire of Wrath, cast spell, and we're going to cast it on this guy right there. His spell break failed. Next.
The skeleton has died.
The skeleton has died. And the Fire of Wrath has been used. We will turn that upside down, and he won't be able to use that again. And now we pass the turn. We pass the Zargon's turn. There's a skeleton. Who will he attack?
Now, feel the wrath of Zargon.
Skeleton charges the elf. Okay. Swings at him. Hits the elf twice. Elf has 2 defend dice. He rolls his 2 defend dice and blocks 1. The elf takes 1 point of damage. Hold on. Takes 1 point down. He is now down to 5. He rushes up here and done.
Abandon your quest now, or meet your end.
All right. The elf, the dwarf, and the barbarian can only move up. They can't engage. They can move 8. He will come in to there, and he will check the room. Actions. Then use search for traps. No traps. And the dwarf moves up. How far does the dwarf move? Dwarf moves 8. He will move here, and he will check for hidden doors. Actions. Hidden. Search for secret doors. No doors. No secret doors. Elf's turn. Elf's turn. He does not like being up and close and personal like this. He's going to back off a little. Just take 1 step back. That's all he needs to do. Take 1 step back and shoots the dude with his crossbow. 3 attack dice. Hits it once. It defends with 2 attack dice. It fails. It takes 1 point of damage. As it takes 1 point of damage. Done. Yes. Okay.
The skeleton has been defeated.
The skeleton has been defeated. All right. And that is Elf's turn. We pass it over to the magic user. Magic user. What will the magic user? Magic user will... He will move up near the door, but he doesn't like going through doors first. So we're going to go up near the door, and we're going to go ahead and search the room. Search.
Wizard.
Oh, back.
Searches the area for
He's going to search.
Wizard. Searches the area for traps.
Searches the area for traps. Doesn't find any. Okay, we pass the turn to Zargon.
Zargon's turn. Hero's turn.
Hero's turn. We're back to the barbarian. Barbarian. How far will the barbarian go? Oh, 12. Nice big roll. We like it when the barbarian rolls a nice big number. He moves up to the door. Barbarian moves up to the door. And yes, we will open that door. All right, we've got a wall right here. Replace this door with an open door. Open door. And he will take a step out of that door. Step out of that door. Okay. And there's another wall down here, just past the midpoint here, just like that. And we have another door right here. Okay, he looks at the door. We rolled a whopping 12, so he's going to move on down the line. Okay. Can you make it there? He can. Open this door? Why, yes, I don't mind if I do. And he will open this door. And what do we see? Ooh, a treasure chest. A treasure chest. And we need to find a treasure chest. Ah, here's a treasure chest. Ah. And, okay. Have we taken action? I don't think so. Action, search for traps. I don't find any traps out here. Okay, we are to the dwarf. Dwarf, how far does the dwarf move? 9. Nice, good number for the dwarf. 7, 8, 9. And so dwarf will check for hidden doors.
Dwarf
Doesn't
searches
find
for
any.
secret doors.
We're to the elf. How far can the elf move? 5. Elf will move 5. Not 6. We'll put him back 1. And we've already done that, so we're going to search for all sorts of stuff in there. We're going to hold off on searching for treasure until after we complete the objective. So, it is the wizard's turn. How far can the wizard move? 5. That's 6. We're going to move him back. Boop. There you go. Wizards behind the dwarf. Zargon's turn. Yes.
Sargon's turn. Foolish adventurers, your fate is sealed.
Our fate is sealed. All right, we will move on to the barbarian. Barbarian eyes that treasure chest in the empty room wearily, and he he checked for traps, so he'll step in. He rolls a 7.
Barbarian triggers a trap.
All right.
The floor seems weak.
All right. What a load of crap, huh? What a load of crap. He searched for treasures right outside that open door, and he didn't find the trap. Load of crap. All right, he falls into a trap right here, Boom. And his turn. So on the trap, you have stumbled into a trap. You record 1 body point of damage on your character sheet. Okay. The deuce is down to 7. And he ends his turn immediately and cannot move any further. Ends his turn. All right. Okay. Place your hero's miniature on the pit tile and end your turn. I've done that. We are to the dwarf. Dwarf. Let's see how far the dwarf can move. 9. So he moves here and he moves across the pit. He's going to try to jump it. You must have enough movement spaces to account for the trap and the landing space. We do. Roll 1 attack die. Roll 1 attack die. All right. Next. You have stumbled into a pit. All right. So I don't know if he was technically able to do that. Oh, look at that. They did. They were able to put both of them in the pit at the same time as they're on top of each other. All right. Okay. And we pass the turn to the elf. Oh, and the dwarf. The dwarf takes another point of damage. Gouda is now down to 5. All right, elf. Oh, elf is technically here. Here. Moves a whopping 3. Falls in place behind the wizard. Wizard moves up. Wizard moves up. How far can the wizard go? 5. 1, 2, 3. So in my mind, they can make this jump. We're gonna make this jump. Boom. We're gonna jump. We're gonna make the roll. It's a black shield. Let's see what happens. You may move safely across the unsprung trap using any remaining movement spaces. All right. So the wizard moves up and lands on the other side. Now on this side, okay. Actions. Are there any more traps? Search for traps.
Wizard searches the area.
The floor seems
for
weak. The
traps.
chest looks dangerous. Okay. So we can put a skull there. I don't know if... Yeah, let's put a skull right there. That looks precarious. All right. And we pass the turn.
My dread forces will block your escape. Foolish adventurers, your fate is sealed.
All right, barbarian. Crawl out of your pit. All right, barbarian. Crawl out of your pit. And let's see where you go. Barbarian has an 8. Rolls an 8. So let's move him up. And disarm trap. I don't think he can. All right, you must have a tool to disarm a trap. Cancel. We don't have that. So he says, but I really want to get in it. So he's going to go ahead and he's going to trigger. Nope, not an option. He's going to go ahead and check for treasure. He's going to search for treasure. Actions. Search. Oh.
Barbarian. Searches
Actions.
the area for traps.
Searches for treasure.
Barbarian.
You get.
Searches the area for
You
treasure.
trigger a poison needle trap. Track 2 body points. Yikes. The barbarian takes 2. He's down to 5. Next. Opening the treasure chest reveals a flask of bubbling purple liquid. Next. Barbarian, do you drink the purple liquid or destroy the flask? We're going to drink it. You quaff the poison. Moments later, you stare down in horror as your limbs petrify and you are turned to stone. Barbarian has turned to stone and is unable to move. Luckily, the effects of the potion are not permanent and last for only 5 of this hero's turns. Yikes.
The barbarian has been turned to stone.
Why does it say the spell's broken? I don't know. The barbarian is here and turned to stone. The dwarf's turn. 7. He climbs out of the pit and actions. We're going to search for secret doors.
Dwarf.
There are no
searches
secret
for
doors.
Secret doors.
Huh. Okay. So there's no secret doors. There's just this. We got hit by Zargon's tricks. Elf, you can go ahead and you are actually Elf. You are actually there. Elf. And we will roll to see where the elf goes next. 5 as they start to make their retreat. And we move past the dice to the wizard, who also moves 5. Jump. He fell in the pit. We knew it was there. All right, he falls in the pit and takes 1 body point of damage. Gouda is now down to 3. Not Gouda, that's Bob. Bob is down to 3. Next. Okay. And we are to Zargon's turn.
Sargon's turn. Prepare to meet the unknown.
Barbarian's turn. Wait, this is... Alright, this is turn. We're going to say... This is turn 4. 4 turns left. Alright, done. And we move to the barbarian. The barbarian moves around, and he's going to try to jump out of here. 11 moves around, and he's going to try to jump over. Jump. He rolls a skull. He falls in also. Next. Skull. Yes. He falls in also. So we have... He takes another point of damage. This is our dwarf. We're just having the hardest time. That is... The dwarf Gouda is down to 4. As we pass turn. Okay. And we are to the elf. Moves 3. And passes the turn. Passes the turn to the wizard. The wizard crawls out of the pit. Moves 8. Zargon's turn. Yes.
Now, feel the wrath of Zargon. Hero's turn.
We cycle the dice for the 3 turns left for the barbarian. As we pass the turn to the dwarf who crawls out. How far can the dwarf move? 9. Alright. And pass the turn to the elf. Elf moves. 6. We should update some of these. Alright, magic user. These are actually like this. Magic user. And we go to... Magic user rolls the dice. Gets an 8. Moves here. Passes the turn. We're back to... down to 2 turns left. Alright. Dwarf tries to keep up. Dwarf tries to keep up. 4, 5, 6, 7. I think you can go one more. Alright. Pass the turn. Elf. 9. He's going to go check down this hall. Stone Dread Warrior. A Dread Warrior made of stone wings. Its weapon as it blocks the corridor. A Dread Warrior made of stone swings its weapon as it blocks the corridor. A Dread Warrior appears. I think. Next, use the Dread Warrior miniature to represent the Stone Dread Warriors. Okay. There is one here. And one down here. Oh boy. Okie dokie. And thinking better of this, he rolled a 9. He's going to just go on back. One, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He ends his turn there. And Wizard's turn. Wizard's not liking this one bit once he learns that there's a pair of Stone Dread Warriors. And says, is it time for a defensive spell? Time for a defensive spell? Yeah. Courage. She will cast Courage. No, we can handle it. But she's going to move, and she is chicken, so he is chicken, so he's going to move behind the dwarf. Dwarf says, you are a chicken. And she passes the turn. Boop, boop, boop. And next is Zargon's turn. What's going to happen?
Sargon's turn.
All right, one of them moves all the way up to the elf. Okay. Other one moves in behind. Okay.
Hero's turn.
All right. We got one more turn before the barbarian wakes up, snaps out of it. Oh, they didn't swing? They moved up, but they didn't get a chance to swing. Interesting. All right. That's pretty lucky for the elf. All right. It is the dwarf's turn. Dwarf will move up and take his swing with his battle axe. With his battle axe, he swings, hits the Dread Warrior once. How many defend dice? The Stone Dread Warrior has 5 defend dice, but it fails, so it takes 1 point. Done. All right, and we pass the turn to the elf. Elf does not like this one bit. Does not like this one bit. So what does the elf do? Elf has some spells. Let's check out the elf spells. What is elf spell? He can heal himself. He can pass through rock, and he can cast rock skin. Rock skin seems like a great idea right now. This spell may be cast on any one hero, including yourself. The hero may throw 1 extra defend dice when defending. The spell is broken when the hero suffers 1 body. That costs him his action. But he will do it. Hogan cast rock skin on himself. Let's do that on screen here. Actions. Cast spell. Earth spell. Rockskin.
Follow the spell card's instructions.
All right. And Wizard's turn. He will move up and try to poke through the door. He will try to poke him with his staff. And he swings his 1 attack dice and misses. All right, his little toothpick. But he does move up. He does move up to here. Okay. Zargon's turn.
Prepare for some dread. Defend yourself, dwarf.
Hits the dwarf
Roll your
twice.
defend
Dwarf
dice.
has 4 defend dice. We're looking for white shields. White shields. White shields. He gets 1. He takes 1. And Gouda takes another, but she is now down to 3. Gouda is down to 3. And done.
Doom and wrath await.
All right. Spell is now broken. Spell broken.
Spell broken.
Okay. And we will roll to see how fast the barbarian can get. Oh, nice big number. 12. But can he jump over the pit? We'll try it. We will jump. We will roll a dice and we will see what he gets. Roll a dice. Oh, it rolls off. It is a skull. He falls and everyone got hit by that stupid trap. Some of us more than once. All right. And he takes another body point. And Deuce is now down to 4. 4. And yes. Okay. And it's now the dwarf's turn. The dwarf reels back and swings at the stone dread knight with his battle axe and misses. It bounces off the stone and the dread knight laughs. Grab my dice over here. Okay. It's back to the elf. Elf is not liking this one bit as he will take a swing with his short sword. Hits it once, but it defends with 5. It defends with 5, and it does block. Magic user will poke at it for 1. Hits it. It defends with 5. It blocks it. We're back to Zargon's turn.
Prepare for some dread. Defend yourself, dwarf.
Hits the
Roll
dwarf.
your defend dice.
Dwarf has 4 defend dice. Hit twice. It blocks 1. The dwarf is down now to 2. Dwarf is now down to 2. I might need some healing, she says. All right.
Hero's turn.
Hero's turn. The barbarian crawls out of the pit. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice big number, but apparently it's 1 more. All right. Oh, that's not. That is 9. We're back 1. I thought it was 8. Okay. Dwarf takes another swing with his mighty battle axe. Swings with his mighty battle axe. Hits it once. It has 5 defend dice. It fails. It takes 1 point. Let's see. Is that enough? Add 1. No, it has 3 body points. Yikes. All right. Elf's turn. Elf's turn will swing with his short sword. Short sword and misses. The magic user. The magic user will heal. He has some healing here. Water of healing. This spell. This spell will be cast on any one hero. He will cast it on the dwarf. Actions. Cast spell. This is a water spell. Water spell. Select water of healing.
Follow the spell card's
And done.
instructions.
Alright, he's now used 2 spells. But the dwarf gets 4 back. Is back up to 6. Alright, we will move on. It is now Zargon's turn.
Sargon's turn. Try to defend yourself, dwarf.
Dwarf is hit for
Roll your
1, rolls his 4
defend
defend dice, and fails. He takes another point of damage. We're now down to 5. Alright, done.
Hero's turn.
Hero's turn. Okay. The barbarian moves up again. 8. I'd help, but you're in the way, dwarf. I know. And he can't do anything, so we're going to pass turn to the dwarf. Dwarf will swing again with his mighty battle axe. Battle axe hits it for 2, but can it defend with its 5 defend dice? It defends for 2. And now we pass the turn to the elf. Elf swings with his short sword. Short sword misses horribly. And we pass to Zargon.
My goal is to destroy you, heroes.
It misses the dwarf entirely.
Warrior.
And
Misses.
we're back
Hero's
to...
turn.
It's the barbarian's turn, but he's stuck. He can't do anything. We're to pass the turn to the dwarf. Dwarf swings with his mighty battle axe. Mighty battle axe hits it twice, but can it defend? It does not. It does not. It takes 2. It's taking down the...
The Stone Dread Warrior has been
Finally
defeated.
takes out the Stone Dread Warrior. And we pass the turn to the elf. Elf says, now I have space to shoot with my crossbow. Crossbow swings at it for 3 and still misses. And, but he hasn't moved yet. And he's going to move 6. He's just going to step out and through this doorway right here. This guy just goes right there. And we'll pass the turn to the magic user. Where does the magic user want to go? Alright. He's going to be bold. He's tired of just fiddling around. He goes all the way back there. And he says, let's see how you handle a ball of flame. Alright. This spell may be cast on any monster. Enveloping it in a ball of flame, it inflicts 2 body points of damage. The monster rolls 2 red dice. For each 5 or 6 rolled, the damage is reduced by 1. We're going to roll a ball of flame. Of the HeroQuest version of Fireball. Let's see what it shows us on when we do this as an action cast spell. Not a water spell, it's a fire spell. As we cast Ball of Flame, cast spell, target that guy. Failed twice. Next. It took 2 points of damage, but still it has 3. It has 3. And it is now Zargon's turn. Who will he attack? Yes.
My goal is to destroy
He stops at the
heroes.
dwarf. Very good. Okay. The dwarf swings it. Oh, hits the dwarf 4 times. Dwarf has 4 defend dice. He needs some good white shields. And he rolls 1, so he takes 3, and he is back down to 2. Yikes. Back down to 2 as he steps up. All right. You're always in the way, dwarf.
Hero's turn.
I can't do anything when you're standing there. I understand. All right, so the dwarf will swing back. Hits it once. Can it defend? Will it defend? It does. It blocks. And now we are to the elf. What does the elf do? Elf will step out and shoot it. It will shoot it. It shoots it for 3. Hits it once. It doesn't. Finds a crease in its armor, and as it takes 1 point of damage, done.
The Stone Dread
Finally
Warrior
destroying
has
the
died.
Stone Dread Warrior. Alright, and now we pass the turn to the magic user. Magic user. How far will the magic user roll? 5. No, I haven't done a very good job here, have I? Not too horrible, I guess. It's hard to see with all the doors. Alright. So we pass the turn to the magic user. Zargon's turn? Zargon's turn, yes.
Sargon's turn. Hero's turn.
Alright. Now, can you let me lead? And 6. 6. All right. He is here. That 9 is for the dwarf. Should we go north or south? Let's go to the south. Another dead warrior. I'm about sick of these. With the wall. Alright, okay. But that's as far as he can move. What do you roll? A 9? 8? He can move back 1 if he wanted to. Just in case it can't get there. Okay. Elf. Dread Warrior that way. 7. Gets to there. And magic user. 6. He peeks around the corner and he sees another one this way. And the wall's blocked off. And he says, what? No doors? Okay. And let's see here. He rolled a 6 for movement. He's moved 4. He can move back 2. Can he move back 2? Let's see. Let's update the table here. He is here. The elf is actually here. He cannot move back 2. He can only move forward 2. So he'll do that. Oh. All right. Zargon's turn. Yes.
Sargon's turn.
Uh-oh, wizard.
Defend yourself.
Hits him once. Wizard has 2 defend dice and defends. All right. He does not like that one bit, though. Zargon moves his movement up there. But
Hero's turn.
Hero's turn. All right. The hero's turn. You guys are always in my way. I need to go help the wizard. And dwarf's turn. Dwarf will swing his mighty battle axe. Hit it twice, but it defends with 5. It takes 1. And we pass the turn to the elf. Can the elf shoot through his friends? Okay, line of sight is a big negatory on that. You must have line of sight to be able to shoot. And so the elf could not stand behind the wizard and shoot it with his crossbow because his view would be obstructed by the wizard. So we are on the wizard's turn. What is the wizard going to do? We are on the elf's turn. What is the elf going to do? He is going to move up behind and say, "Get out of the way, wizard." All right, and he cannot do that because the barbarians. He will move up here. Ooh, he can move there. He moves there. He says, "Back up, dwarf. Back up." And but that's not going to work either, is it? He will take one more step back. He'll take one more step back. Wizard's turn. Wizard doesn't like this at all. He will consider his spells. He will consider his spells. as he considers his spells. I believe he already did his Ball of Flame. Spell being cast here, Courage. He will give Courage to the Barbarian and get the heck out of Dodge. Alright, the Barbarian now has 2 extra attack dice. Spell is broken the moment a monster is no longer in the hero's line of sight. Okay. And so the wizard will get the heck out of Dodge. Move 4 to there. Interesting. So line of sight, that might not be so good for the courage either, huh? As it could be blocked by your party. That's interesting. Okay. Now it's Zargon's turn.
Sargon's turn. Try to defend yourself, wizard. Roll your defend dice.
Oh, that was.
Try to defend yourself.
That should have been on the Barbarian. The Barbarian rolls 4 defend dice and blocks 1 and takes 1. The Barbarian takes 1. He's down to 3. Barbarian takes, and the Dwarf is hit by 2. He defends with 4 and totally defends. All right, let's update this map though, and we're gonna say that Dread Warrior actually moved up because certainly it did. And Barbarian swings with his 2 extra combat dice with his 3 attack dice, giving him 5 total attack dice. 5 total attack dice. Hits it only once though. And it defends with 5, which it does. The Dwarf attacks with 4. Hits it once. It defends with 5. And doesn't, so it takes another one. And the Dwarf backpedals to here. And we pass turn to the Elf. Elf says, I will wait here, if that's okay, if it's just the same with you. Alright, and he says, you know what, I can even move all the way back there. Let's see if he can move that far. And he can. Alright, done. And Wizard's turn. What can the Wizard do? I think the Wizard will hold its turn as we pass turn to Zargon.
My dread forces will block your escape.
Swings on the Barbarian, hits it for 1. The Barbarian has 4 defend dice. With his shield. Raises his shield. Can he block? He does. He does block the 1. Done. The other one moves up. Hits the Dwarf 3 times. Dwarf rolls his defend dice. Blocks 1, but takes 2. Gouda is down. You immediately use any potions in your possession which restore your... such as healing potions. He has a healing potion. 1 die roll up to 4. He gets 3 hit points back. Alright. Hero's turn. He moved up. You are back here. Hero's turn. You're up here. And we will. You still have courage. Okay. The Barbarian swings with his 2 extra dice, giving him 5 total. 5 total. Hits it once. It defends with 5. It blocks. The Dwarf swings its 4. Hits it twice. It tries to defend with 5. It defends with 2. The Elf shoots with 3. Hits it twice. It defends with 5. It takes 2. I think that one's dead.
The Stone Dread Warrior has died.
Stone Dread Warrior has died. And we are now back to the magic user's turn. Magic user will move. Get the heck out of here. 8. All right. And Zargon's turn.
Sargon's turn. Defend yourself.
Oh, it hits the barbarian 3
Roll
times.
your defend dice.
Hits the barbarian 3 times. It has 4 defend dice. It blocks 3 times. All right, good for me.
Hero's turn.
Hero's turn. Barbarian swings with his 5. His 5 hits it once. It defends with its 5 and blocks. This guy is actually all the way over here now. And our dwarf has had hard luck. I'm thinking the barbarian needs to stay in there. No, the barbarian can move. The barbarian will move. Barbarian will move. 7. And he will stop right here. And barbarian will move and stop right there. And dwarf, I suggest you get behind me. Very well, boss. Rolled a 7. All right. Elf will hold his position. Magic user will move on. 5. All right. And now it's Zargon's turn.
Sargon's turn. Defend yourself.
Hits
barbarian.
the barbarian
Roll
twice.
your
Barbarian
defend
defends
dice.
and blocks twice. Whew, getting a little lucky on that side. Done. All right.
Hero's turn.
Barbarian swings back with his 5. Hits it 4 times. Hits it 4 times. It defends with 5 dice. And it does not defend, taking all 4 damage. That is a kill. Okay.
Stone
Whew.
Red Warrior has been defeated.
That was a tough dude. All right. Are we finally ready to move forward? And he has not moved yet, so he can move. He can move. 10. Nice big roll for the barbarian. And dwarf, would you like to catch up? Not particularly. Elf, how would you like to join us? I'm a coming. 7. Magic user, you might want to stay behind me. Let me peek around the corner. Ah, a blocked wall and a door. And I rolled a 6. All right. Pass the turn.
Sargon's turn. Hero's turn.
Hero's turn. Barbarian. How's my camera doing? We're kind of getting far away, aren't we? What would happen if I move this guy like this? Is it too far away? That's kind of far away. It's kind of far away. I'll go back here, and it's just kind of far away. There's just no way good way to doing this, huh? All right, where did I end off? I think the magic user ended up here, and we're back to the hero's turn. The hero's turn. We are moving forward. Moving forward for the barbarian. Barbarian moves 5. That's enough to get to the door. Yes, we will open the door. We will open the door. We put a table in the room. Put a table in the room right there. We'll put an open door right here. And the barbarian is standing in it. Are there any bad guys? There is a single skeleton right here. Okay. And it moved 4. It rolled a 5. So he will move into the room. And he will... Oh, what can he do? Can he search? The monster's present. He cannot search. Back. And we'll pass the turn to the dwarf. Dwarf, you might want to get in here. 5. I'm a coming as fast as I can. One more. Alright, elf. Elf, you're on the other side of the building. You're actually here, though. 6. Magic user. I let you take care of that barbarian. Fine. Zargon's turn.
Sargon's turn. Defend yourself, barbarian.
Barbarian is hit once,
Defend dice.
but blocks it. Done. Barbarian's turn.
Hero's turn.
He has lost his courage. Is done. And we roll to attack. Hits it twice, which is enough to kill it.
The skeleton has been defeated.
And he will move up to the door. Yes. Pair of doors on either side. Here and here. Okay. And what is that thing? Gargoyle. Gargoyle on the far side of the room. And we need a door here. Put a door there. Done. Do I have movement left? I've moved 4. I rolled a 6. I will go there. Alright. And dwarf's turn. Come join me, dwarf. I hope you roll well. 8. Let him come between us. Alright. Elf, would you care to join us? I'm coming. Alright, magic user. Oh, I should roll for him first. This guy is actually here, though. Ooh, 12 for the magic user, who doesn't hardly want to be there. He steps in the corner. Alright, Zargon's turn.
Minions of dread, do my bidding! Defend yourself.
Ouch, hits a barbarian 4 times.
Defend
Hits the
dice.
barbarian 4 times. This could be bad. Wrong dice. He defends for 4. Takes down 2, so he takes 2 points of damage. Deuce is down to 1 single point. As this guy is here. But you are flanked. You are a doomed minion of the Zargon.
Hero's turn.
Alright. Hero's turn. Alright. So we will hit the barbarian will swing. Hits it 3 times. What does the stone gargoyle has 5. I hit it 3 times? Sure. And it takes all 3 points of damage. Which is enough?
The gargoyle has been defeated.
The gargoyle has been defeated. Good job, barbarian. Alright, I could use some hit points. Let's see. Elf, get in here. We're going to skip to the elf. And let him catch up. 6. And why don't you give our barbarian some healing? Alright. And he casts Heal Body. Alright, this spell may be cast on any one hero, including yourself. Its magical powers immediately restores up to 4 body lost party points. Oh, that'll feel good. So, Deuce is back up to 5. All right, and we are done with that skin. We are also done with the rock skin. Well, actually, the rock skin lasts until he takes damage. The rock skin, the spell may be cast on anyone hero, including yourself. The hero may throw 1 extra combat die when defending. The spell is broken when... So I think he still has... I don't think anyone's hit him with that yet. All right. And he is in here. All right, there. And we will go back to the barbarian and say it is his turn. It is his turn. He will move forward. And which way? Right is always right. So he steps up to this door. Steps up to this door. Opens the door. Yes. There is a wizard's table here. And another chest. I'm wary of these chests. Alright, chest here. And we open the door. Open the door. A zombie lurches around the room dressed in flowing wizard robes. When your eyes meet its empty sockets, it turns and attacks. Alright, we put a zombie. That looks like a mummy. We want a zombie. Do I have a zombie? Do I have a zombie? I have mummies. I don't know if I've done a zombie yet. We're going to use this model. We use this model right here. As we place revealed pieces on your table game board. Okay. I thought it said it was going to attack. Oh, I have movement left. I should move up and attack it. I rolled a 10. I will move up and attack it. Swing at it. With my 4 attack dice. 4 attack dice. Missing horribly. Yikes. Okay. You might want to get in here, dwarf. Alright. Dwarf says, I'm going as fast as I can. 5, 6. Fantastic. He can get there. Okay. 6. And he will take a swing with his 4 attack dice. And hit it once. Hits it once. Hits it once. Boom. It gets 3 defend dice. 3 defend dice. And fails. It takes 1 body point. Which is enough to kill it.
The zombie
Has been defeated.
Well, that was easy. Alright. 7 as the elf moves up. And checks the other door. Elf moves up, checks the other door. Puts an open door and a weapons rack. Weapons rack. Okay. And those look like a mummy and 2 skeletons. Alright. We'll put the mummy and 2 skeletons. Alright. And his action will be to shoot the mummy. Shoot the mummy. Hits it once. The mummy has 2 body points. Has 4 defend dice. Mummy has 4 defend dice. And it fails. And it takes 1 point of damage. Done. Alright. Wizard, what are you going to do? Wizard rolls an 8. Now, it was here. Wizard. Alright, I think it's time to blow your big thing here. So let's go ahead and cast your genie. And I'm going to say... No, maybe not. Let's go ahead and put someone to sleep. Alright. This one doesn't say it needs line of sight. So, sleep. This spell puts the monster into a deep sleep so it cannot move, attack, or defend itself. The spell can be broken at once or on a future turn by a monster rolling a 1 red die for each of its mind points. If a 6 is rolled, the spell is broken. May not be used against mummies, zombies, or skeletons. Can't be used against mummies. Alright, fine. Fine, it'll just stay back then. He'll just stay back and skip it. It's Zargon's turn. Yes.
Sargon's turn.
Skeleton moves forward. Skeleton moves.
Skeleton misses.
Skeleton misses. Okay. Done. Now we move forward.
Hero's turn.
Hero's turn. They're getting in trouble back there, boss. Alright. Deuce says, I will go help. But I cannot get through. And how about you, dwarf? Where would you like to go? 10. I will be by your side. And elf, I suggest you stand back. Don't mind if I do, says. But he can take a hit. So, contemplating the wizard's spells here, the Tempest spell creates a small whirlwind that envelops one or more monsters. If he tries that monster, then misses its next turn. I can put something to... Oh, can't put him to sleep. Veil of Mist, spell cast on any one hero, including yourself. It can move through... unseen through spaces that are occupied by monsters. Swiftwind, and you can roll as many. So I'm thinking it doesn't want to do any of that, so we're just going to pass it to Zargon. See what he does.
Sargon's turn.
Update skeleton miniature position on your table. Can do, boss. Alright, okay.
Defend yourself.
Swings with Barbarian for 1. Barbarian defends with 4. Barbarian defends with 4. And he does defend. Barbarian defends for 4. He does defend. Alright. This one moves. Moves up and over and through. Alright. Comes all the way to the elf. Okay. Swings at elf, hits it once. But the elf still has his rock skin going for him. So he rolls an extra defend dice. His extra defend dice gives him 3 defend dice. You're looking for shield. He gets 2. And so he has defended. Alright. Done. The mummy just steps up 1.
Let's see where fate
Alright.
takes you.
Barbarian swings. Barbarian swings at... Barbarian will step back and swing at the one in front of the elf. And swings at the one in the elf with his 4 attack dice. Hits it for 1. The skeleton defends with 2. It fails.
The skeleton has been defeated.
And we are now to the dwarf's turn. Dwarf will take a swing at the skeleton. Hits it for 1. The skeleton... Did I do that right? Skeleton defends with 2. Defends with 2. It does defend. So it is still up. Done. The elf shoots it with its crossbow. Hits it for 1. It defends with... How many? Defends with 2. Hit it for 1. Defends with... It takes 1, which is enough. usually.
The skeleton has been defeated.
The magic user moves over here and says, enough of this. And does his genie. Spell conjures up a genie who does one of the following. Uses 5 combat dice. 5 combat dice on the mummy. Hits it for 1. Hits it for just 1. The mummy has 4 defend dice. Hits it for just 1. 4 defend dice. And it does fail. It takes 1. When did I hit it for another one? Done. It has 1 point of body damage left. Alright, and now it is Zargon's turn. Yes.
Sargon's turn.
Who will attack? It attacks. It attacks the barbarian. Barbarian. Okay.
Try to
Hits it for
defend
1.
yourself,
The barbarian has.
Roll your defend dice.
Barbarian has 4 defend dice, and it fails. So it hits it, the barbarian for 1, but I think he's okay. The deuce is down to 4. Alright. Down to 4 as it moved up and swing at the barbarian. It's the barbarian's turn to swing. The barbarian strikes back. Hits it for 3. Hits it for 3. I think it has 3 defend dice. 3 defend dice. 4 defend dice. 4 defend dice. Hits it for 3. And it blocks all 3. Yikes. But the barbarian, the dwarf steps up behind it. Done. And says, you will not survive my blow. 4 attacks, hits it for 1. It defends with 4. It takes 1, I think is all it needed to do. Plus, done. Yes. Okay.
The mummy
Aye.
has been defeated.
Okay, the mummy has been defeated. And we move on. We move on. And Elf. Why don't you go check out that weapons rack? Sure thing, boss. Elf Hodon has 5 hit points left, so go on in there. Let's see how far he can move. 9. Alright, let's search for treasure.
Elf.
You
searches
found
the area
Borean's
for
armor.
treasure. Artifact found.
Alright, excellent. And Wizard, what would you like to... Where's your health at? Wizard is at 3. Alright, he has some health to spare. Oh, he should roll the dice. How far can he move? 8.
Wizard. Searches
Finds
the area
144
for
gold
treasure.
coins. Yay! Alchemist's bench is covered with papers filled with fervent scribblings. Your skin. You skim through the pages trying to make sense of the ramblings.
Quest goal achieved.
The notes were written by Wardaws, who was experimenting with dread magic in the hopes of extending life. The most recent entries trailing
You
incoherently.
must find your way to the spiral stairway to reach safety and continue on your quests.
Alright, so let's jump back over to the iPad scene as we move these guys back. Hey, they're going to make a dash for it. Okay. And so, let's see here. We start with the barbarian. 10. Dwarf. 5. Elf. 6. That's 7. Magic use. Oh, that's actually the wrong guy. Elf had 6. Magic user 6. Barbarian. This is terribly boring. We're just gonna fast forward. I'm gonna just move them out, as they don't intend to do any more exploring. It's a matter of getting out of here alive. As we move the characters out to hear what they say at the end, to see how they end the quest as I move the characters out. This is perhaps one of the things I think is a failing of the game, because if you all say that you're going out, you ought to be able to just leave. I understand. I really wish they had a mechanism for wandering monsters other than just a treasure. Like, if everyone just takes the move, that there's a chance of a sporadic wandering monster. Yes, skip the dungeon. And escape the dungeon. And escape the dungeon.
You have done well, brave heroes.
All right. You return to the king with news of Wardaz and his quest for immortality through dread magic, which ultimately led to his doom as a zombie. The king is saddened to hear the fate of his personal wizard, but rewards you for fulfilling the quest. Each hero receives 100 gold coins. Exit quest.
Prepare for future quests, my friend.
Okay, so we completed this quest number 7, the Lost Wizard. The Lost Wizard, where Wardaz had dabbled in dread magic and became corrupted, and we had to put him down. So, again, I had to replay this because I failed to capture the sound. Last time I recorded it, there was no sound, and I got frustrated throughout the video, so I couldn't do a voiceover, and so I decided just to replay it myself, and that is what I've done here. As I've gone through now, there is a surprise, as with the other group, one of them did perish, and we will reveal that. We will restate that the next time they get together to play. We will talk about who died and what we're going to do moving forward with that. So, as we go on, we did complete The Lost Wizard. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, take care.